What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Simplified Dropshipping 3.0. I'm very excited about this. A lot of good, very unique. You're not going to find this information anywhere else. A lot of good, very unique information in here, but highly, highly effective with very little time consuming compared to like other programs and courses. So in this video, I just wanted to give like a brief history and introduce myself. My name's Hilse. I started dropshipping, depending on when you're watching this, over a year ago. I started with general stores, and I realized, hundreds of thousands of other people are trying this stupid method where you just upload a lot of random products into a website that looks very sketchy, and then they expect it to work for some reason. And they do really dumb product selection, like stuff you can find at Walmart, stuff you can find at AutoZone, things that just don't make sense. So I came in and I tried a whole new different method. It's the one product method with the freedom funnel and product research wise, never selling stuff you can find in department stores. And it worked out very well. So it worked out for me. I was doing like $60,000 in like the first 2 or 3 months that I did it, and just on one product, one iPhone case, and I'll reveal everything in the next video. Like the next video is just going to be my store, my ads, everything. So I did that. I got around to like 30,000, and I opened up Simplified Shopify 1.0, and I'll explain the name change here in a second. Simplified Shopify 1.0, it was literally just 8 videos I made, like no editing, nothing, just like giving it all out for free, seeing if this process can be replicated over and over and over again. And this one guy, Boast, you'll see him in the group. He's from Vancouver. I forget how we met. I think in some Facebook. I think it was Ecom Empires. I was just like, hey, I made this training. It's pretty unique. It focuses on one product. Giving it for free. So I gave it to him, and like a couple months later, I just left it in 1.0. Just like people were getting results, people were getting sales. But like I said, the training was very bad. I did it very quickly. I didn't put much effort into it. And Abe messages me. He's like, hey, man, thanks a lot, by the way. I've tried e-commerce for a while, and I haven't gotten any results. I've done 22,000 like my first month. I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I think he did 1,300 in his first week doing it. So I was like, okay, there's something there for sure. So then that's when I developed Simplified Shopify 2.0. And right when I developed that, like I put a lot more effort into it. I was moving to LA, so I had to like really squeeze it in a time frame and put tons of effort into it, made it really high quality. And then I launched that. It was originally, really cheap. I just wanted to get more and more people in there. And the more people that got in there, the more results that we're getting. But I realized there was a void between a lot of people who shouldn't have been in there. And what I mean by that is the reason I have to charge for things like this is because when I noticed when I was giving it for free and stuff, I was wasting a lot of time on people who weren't taking this seriously. I only invest my time in people who invest in themselves, and people who invest in themselves, that shows a lot about how serious they are and their character behind it. So I continued to raise the price to increase the quality of people, and then eventually I was hitting this really good zone of really quality people getting tons of work in and then getting tons of results out, thousands and thousands of dollars left and right. People are making tons of money off of this. I was like, wow, this program like really actually works. Like I was in LA the whole time, just like trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. Like I was doing dropshipping at the time, but it was just like so unreal for me to think I could be a professional dropshipper. Like I was making good money, and I still am making good money, really good money from all of this. But back then, it was like this lifestyle, just like going wherever you want, making tons of money. It just seemed so unreal, like it wasn't even possible. But as I was in LA, I started, when I was in LA, the month I was in LA, I did over $30,000 on my one product, and I think that profit was like 16 grand. And I was like, wow, this actually works. So I come back from LA, and I bought my Lexus. And when I bought that Lexus, I posted in a bunch of groups that I'm involved in, and I get a message from Ty Lopez inviting me to his house in his 300, because I started in social media marketing with this social media marketing agency program. Now I never really pursued the agency, but that program introduced me to the world of possibilities, which led me to e-commerce, which leads me to complete freedom. Agencies, you kind of have to like contact all these people, try to convince them to use your service and whatnot, and I just didn't want to deal with that. I want to work completely for myself. So I get back from LA, I bought that car, and Ty Lopez contacts me, and he invites me over to his house in like a couple weeks after that for his 300 dinner. That was an awesome experience. But at the same time, Oberlo found my store, just not even in the groups, just like they're like, wow, your store's like doing some major big numbers here, but you only have one product. We'd love to interview you. And so this all happened like right at once. So I go to Ty Lopez. I do the video. I'm sure most of you have seen that video of me at his house, and I also get back and then do the Oberlo interview, and I thought I was just going to be featured in like one of those like top 10 articles or something like that. No, they did a 12-page article about my entire like life for 2 years. Like I get chills reading that because it is so deadly accurate and just like so lengthy that I didn't realize that people had that much interest in my life. So I do that, and that's when Abe contacts me again. And he's like, hey man, I just wanted to update you. I'm at like 60,000. And I was like, what? Like, a lot of people were making thousands of dollars, but Abe just found like the right product and he did the right work and he got to another level. And I was like, wow, this shit really works. And fast forward, he's at like $115,000. I'm not sure when you guys will be watching this, he'll be at more. But yeah, 115,000, and then my store is finally slowing down at $167,000. Now I'm converting it to a niche store, and I'll get to that later. This is the big picture right there. But anyway, I get invited to Oberlo. I just got back from Berlin. I visited them. You know, just a lot of things happened. So Shopify contacts me a couple weeks ago, and you know, they're sponsoring me. They're giving me a manager, and they said, well, the only way this is going to work is if you change your name of your program. Notice I said Simplified Shopify 1.0 and 2.0. Now we're in Simplified Dropshipping 3.0 because Shopify is a trademark label. So that's why this is Simplified Dropshipping 3.0. So that's just the story behind this. I just wanted to give you guys this background. I didn't mean to make a lot of that about me, but I think it's important to understand where I'm coming from. Like, literally, I'm not one of those people who was supposed to make it, you know, who's going to be posting motivational videos and long paragraphs on Instagram. I'll never be that person. I'm always going to keep it real, and I'm always going to keep it authentic. I'm never going to pretend to be anything I'm not. That's why I won't hire a chatbot. I'll always respond to all your guys' messages. That's part of being in this program. You get access to the Facebook group. Now, the big picture of this, I'm going to cover it real quick. Find one product, scale it super high with Facebook ads, create a huge email list, season that pixel so that when that product finally dies, you have a solid foundation to build a lifelong brand under that niche. If you want to replay that, you can. Okay? So that's the whole idea here. It's just one step at a time. A lot of people jump into, you know, dropshipping, spend hours and hours and hours and hours on it just to find out that it didn't work. So this is the most efficient way and most effective way in my opinion. So I'm super excited about you guys, but here are some rules. I need you to understand these rules, okay? One rule, if you have a question for me, post in the Facebook group. I used to be lenient on this rule, but now it's just gotten out of hand. I'm always responding to everybody's messages, okay? But please post in the Facebook group, and this is why. One, I get around 100 to 200 messages a day, and if you're going to message me, it's going to get flooded in those 100 and 200 messages, okay? So it's going to take me a lot longer to get back to you. The Simplified Dropshipping Facebook group is going to be way more highly prioritized. That's the benefit of you guys being in here. You get access to that Facebook group, and the community is very active. I still go through and respond to every single question, post in there. Now, if I reply and then you guys tag me in the comments of that post, it might be harder for me to get back because every time I log on to Facebook, I get like, it's the 9+ notifications. I just have tons and tons of notifications. I really don't have time to go through all my notifications. I don't even look at notifications anymore. I just scroll through the timeline and respond to your questions in a timely manner. And then the other reason you should be doing this is so we can archive all the questions. So if you do have a question, first search for the group. I think it's Control F. You can search through all the posts in the group, and you can see if that question that you have has been asked before, and then you can find the answer. Furthermore, this is so that I don't have to keep, you know, answering the same questions over and over and over and over again when it can just be archived in the group. Thirdly, this allows you to get opinions from everybody, like tons and tons of people in the group. You know, you don't want to just listen to me. I'm not the e-commerce god or anything like that. You want to respect everybody's opinion and go with it as you seem fit. So that's very important. If you guys are messaging me, especially text message. Some of you might have my personal number. I do not respond to any questions on my personal number. That's the one inbox I have in my entire life that isn't flooded with e-commerce. So that's the one thing I want to keep private for my own sanity, for my own hours, and for your own timely matter, because you're going to get a way quicker response from the group than you are from messaging me personally. So I beg you to please appreciate that rule. I'm really here for you guys, but I really want you to understand that aspect of this. Now the next rule is, if you guys have a Facebook specific question or a Shopify specific question or a Burlo specific question, contact them. Don't contact the group or don't contact me, because I'm going to tell you the same thing. It's like I can't really do anything. For example, if you connected your Facebook pixel and it's not showing up that it's connected, contact Facebook on the chat. I'll leave the link somewhere in the group. Like, I'm not sure exactly where it will be because I'm still building 3.0 right now, but it will be pretty apparent. It's definitely going to be in the Facebook group, and I'll definitely have a bunch of links in the actual program. But contact Facebook, because I can't see your inner workings of your ad account or your Facebook. They can. If you're having a problem with Shopify, like a few people's, their add to cart button has disappeared. Like I think 2, maybe 3 of the many people in Simplified Dropshipping. Contact Shopify. We can't do anything to help you with that. If there's an integration issue with Oberlo, contact Oberlo. We can't do anything about that. You know, everybody's just going to say the same thing because the people in the group now know better. Because you can either post in the group or you can contact them directly, get the response, get it fixed, and then move on. So, you know, sometimes people will get like, you don't have permissions to run on this ad account error. Contact Facebook because they will tell you why, and then they'll tell you exactly how to fix it. So that's way quicker for you guys. That's to benefit all you guys. And yeah, that's basically just the 2 rules. Keep all questions in the actual Facebook group for timely responses and multiple responses, as well as when you have a specific program in question, maybe it's even an app in Shopify, contact them directly because they can help you way better than any of us can, because they can see the inner workings of your store when we can't. Okay, so if you guys want your ads reviewed or anything, if you guys want like your ad data reviewed, post it in the group. You'll get a whole bunch of responses, including my own and all that. So yeah, I just want to end it there. Give you the history of everything behind this program. It's an awesome one. And then give you a few rules to make it all a better experience and way quicker and efficient for you guys. So this is the end of the video. In the next video, I will be showing you my store. I will be showing you my ads. I won't hold anything back. You guys deserve it. You're in Simplified Dropshipping for a reason. Now it's time to see exactly how I was able to do 168, maybe 167,000 on just one iPhone case. And I'm definitely not the only one in here who's been able to hit these types of numbers. So see you in the next video.